We begin tonight with the breaking news: a gunman opening fire at Fort Stewart, Georgia. The sprawling Army base placed on lockdown, soldiers running for cover. 5 soldiers shot and wounded by one of their own. The shots fired at Fort Stewart just before 11 o'clock this morning. Authorities still on the scene tonight. Soldiers seen running, the base commander ordering a lockdown, informing the base that there were casualties. Law enforcement responding, 5 soldiers shot, all 5 hospitalized. 2 taken by ambulance with a police escort to a level 1 trauma center in Savannah, about an hour away. Army officials say the suspect, a 28-year-old Army sergeant, used his personal handgun, opening fire on his co-workers. And tonight, authorities now say other co-workers wrestled him down. Tonight, what we're now learning about a recent arrest and real questions now about how he got his personal weapon on that base. ABC's Faith Abube leading us off at Fort Stewart tonight.
This is the moment. Posted on TikTok, soldiers at Fort Stewart Army Base in Georgia running for safety after gunfire erupted.
Yeah, the active shooter on Fort Stewart.
Army officials say 28-year-old Sergeant Cornelius Radford opened fire at his logistics job using his non-military personal handgun, wounding 5 soldiers, his co-workers.
We got multiple shooting calls coming on.
Law enforcement racing to the scene. The base swiftly put on lockdown.
Also advising 1 shooter is in custody.
Army officials say it was the suspect's brave co-workers who stopped him.
But I know that his soldiers in the area that witnessed the shooting immediately and without hesitation tackled the soldiers, subdued him, that allowed law enforcement to then take him into custody. These soldiers, without a doubt, prevented further casualties.
Ambulances rushing the wounded to hospitals. 3 soldiers needed surgery, but officials say all 5 victims are in stable condition and expected to recover. Tonight, military officials say they just learned Radford was recently arrested for DUI off the base, but his chain of command wasn't aware, and investigators want to know how he was able to get a personal weapon onto the base.
We're going to have to determine how he was able to get a handgun to his place of duty.
Tonight, President Trump promising to prosecute the shooter to the fullest extent of the law.
The entire nation is praying for the victims and their families, and hopefully they'll fully recover.
And David, Army investigators continue to question that suspect, trying to uncover a motive. They say he had no disciplinary record with the military, and tonight he remains in pretrial confinement. David.
Faith Abube there at Fort Stewart for us. Faith, thank you.